but I was already over state lines, so there was nothing they could do. I mean, you can't prosecute. Oh, hey, we're on the internet. Yes.
We are on the internet, aren't we?
Don't
Well,
worry about it. We weren't talking about anything.
yeah, no, nothing crazy, nothing that we can't talk about publicly, right?
Well, what's up, Sam? How you doing?
Doing well, Stu. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, living the dream, having myself some fine mountain rye whiskey.
Is that a euphemism?
It can be. I mean, anything's possible.
Just love when I get the old mountain rye whiskey,
Yeah. Yeah, I was just having a gander at that there U of I game against Florida Atlantic. Looked like they were holding their own. So, folks, if you are joining us instead of watching that, what's wrong with you? But also, hey, thanks.
Hi. Hello.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Thank you to our vast audience out there.
Vast, girthy audience.
The most girthy audience of anybody out there at all.
Wide, veiny audience.
Oh boy.
But yeah, hey, this is talking out our ass. In case you didn't read I don't know what you clicked on if you didn't know that already. And we've got a special guest this evening.
We do.
And the premise of this show, in case you're unfamiliar, is that Sam and I are interview hosts, and we have a guest on. The twist is the guest is the one bringing the topic that the interview is about, and we have no warning or advanced knowledge of what this topic is going to be. We have no expertise in anything at all, and so we are then tasked with forming an interview on the spot. So
we are.
Strap in and wait. What did Hawk used to say?
Sit back, relax, strap it down.
That's the one.
That's the old adage there. So yeah, without further ado, let's bring on our very special guest. It is our good friend Jacki.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah. Studio applause. Yeah.
Studio applause.
We put the applause light on. I don't know if it does anything because you can't hear the people at home, but they're clapping.
And plus, I think it's just Caitlin and Marge.
That's okay. That's
they're
all we
clapping.
Really
okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure they clapped.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. How is it going tonight?
It's going, as well as it can, I guess.
Okay.
We're here to interview you, so.
Okay. Well, first I'd like to start by saying that I did not prepare at all for this, so this is going to be very fun.
Hey, that's good.
I know. I wanted to join in. And I also decided on my topic literally maybe 15 minutes ago. So I'm going to tell you all the topics that we will not be discussing today. Before I tell you the topic.
I like it.
You missed out on affordable senior housing.
Okay.
You missed out on the West Wing.
That's what I thought it was going to be the entire day.
No, you missed out on the Avett Brothers. And you missed out on butts, unfortunately.
Butts? Just butts in general?
Just butts.
Just butts.
But what we will be discussing tonight is fast pitch softball.
Sweet.
Fast pitch softball.
Yes. Look, I brought out a little.
Oh. That was like a little hint beforehand, huh?
Yeah.
A little clue she left for us before the show. I didn't even know.
Well, I brought it out because I thought I might need to demonstrate stuff.
Put a hole in your wall for us. So we can...
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't throw it. Come on. What's the matter?
Well, then how is that demonstrating anything for us?
So, first of all, is there anything special about that ball there, or that's just what you had? That's just what you had.
That's just what I had. Actually, I don't think I have any game balls or anything like that anymore. This is actually a brand new ball that I bought because me and Al were supposed to play catch and I didn't have any softballs, so I went out and bought some. And it still doesn't have any scuffs because Al hasn't played catch with me yet.
Oh snap!
Man, that's a call out.
That is a call out. She is called out.
Damn.
Also, I would love to play catch, but we're gonna have to start 5 feet from each other because my arm is gonna fall off.
We're gonna start handing the ball off to each other.
Scoop, do you think that I also don't need to throw from like 5 feet? I've got 20 years on you.
20.
20, not 20. Jesus Christ.
Maybe like 10 or 15. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
between those two numbers. I'm 30. Sam
Okay.
and I are the same age.
Yes.
I got 11 years on you. All right.
We are.
Although
Let's
I'm
go.
quite flattered. Ooh.
It's like a 9-step regimen that you do.
Yeah. I'm religious with the.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
skincare,
Jackie.
everything.
People are gonna be like, "How are you 20 years younger than her? She looks like she's 20." That's terrifying.
It's just some witch hazel toner, to be honest.
It's just witchcraft, the occult, that sort of thing.
Witch hazel is anyway.
Necronomicon. Well, I've gathered that you played softball.
I did play softball. Most of my
when until when?
So, I mean, you don't count t-ball because that's not really softball because I started
Whatever.
there when I was like in kindergarten.
Sure.
But I played in-house softball in the town that I grew up in. I started maybe when I was in 2nd grade, maybe. And so I played there for I don't know how many years, maybe 5 years or so before I outgrew it because I got too good at it.
Flex.
I can outplay everyone from Midlothian, Illinois. The pool is very small, so little fish in a little pond. I don't know, whatever that phrase is. Anyway, so then I tried out for a traveling team, and I made that, and I have some of those, Caitlin. I'll get them later. I'll post them after the show.
What's the travel program you played for?
I played for the USA Strutters from Burbank, Illinois. They don't exist anymore. But were the
I don't know what they're called, North Shore or something. Were the Slammers around then?
No.
Okay.
No, it was while I was playing softball actually that they created the first Olympic softball team. I forgot what year that was, maybe like 94, 96 or something like that. I should know that, but I don't. So yeah, that was the team with like Lisa Fernandez and Dot Richardson. Like you guys know who those were. Lisa Fernandez was a pitcher.
Those are names.
Dr. Dot Richardson was the second baseman. Those are the people that I remember. So, but we didn't have a professional league until like 2007. And is that what you're talking about, Stoops? The Bandits? Are you talking about the Bandits?
No, I was talking about a travel team that you potentially could have played against.
Oh, wait, what team was it?
The Slammers.
From where?
I don't know. From
Joliet?
No, from North Shore where I'm at. I don't know. They did. God, my dad drives all over the goddamn place. He's my dad coaches girls softball. He's been doing it for
does he?
15 years. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I am just constantly tripping over, 10 to 14-year-old girls softball equipment in the garage and buckets of softballs and all of that shit constantly all the time.
So like up there, do they practice at like just some like high school, or is there a
yeah, they most frequently they'll practice either at my high school, Niles North, or the other one, Niles West. They're both in Skokie here. And I mean there's so many goddamn like indoor facilities now with batting cages and whatever the hell they want. They absolutely go all over the place, and they play these tournaments all over the place. It's insane.
Yeah,
that's what
I did.
It's a year-round schedule.
Yes,
I don't understand. He never stops doing the softball thing at any point ever.
No, because I mean, well, it stops a little bit. Does he stop? He has to stop during like the high school season because you're not allowed to play travel ball while you're playing on your high school team.
Right,
you can practice, but like you can't.
But these are not yet high school age girls.
Oh, like 12 and under, 14 and under?
Yeah. It's like 10U, 12U, 14U. So
Stu, do you know that, or Sam, do you know that they separate softball teams by age? Do they do that in other sports? I don't even know. Like
they did that in like, I played house ball baseball, and it was the same way. Yeah.
Okay. So when I made the travel team, I was on the 14 and under team. That's how long it took for me to go from in-house to travel.
Okay.
So I was maybe like 12 or 13. So, Caitlin says she loved the birth certificate checks. That was a real thing. That was a real thing.
That young is really a weird time for that to be happening.
But anyway,
teams cheat, Sam. They really do.
They don't.
Nobody cheats. But to your point, Stoop, the season does start like right after the high school season. You are in travel season, and every single weekend you are at a tournament where you are playing 3-4 games a day until you're eliminated. And most of our tournaments were pretty local, but there would be a few special ones throughout the year. Like you would get to go to like, I don't know, Rockford or Springfield, where you got to stay in a hotel, and it was fun. And a couple of times my team made nationals, and that was fun. Those are held in different places throughout the country. I went to one in Jupiter, Florida, and one in North Carolina.
See, that's fancy. My dad's team usually goes to like Dubuque, Iowa, or like the Dells, something like that.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. That would be fun. So is your dad's team an ASA or an NSA team?
No fucking idea. I don't ask. I don't talk to him about it at all.
I really hope.
Okay.
Really hope it's not the NSA, especially with all the stuff that we say on here. So.
I've been a federal plant this whole time.
Haha. The ASA is the American Softball Association, and the NSA is the National Softball Association. So I remember when I was playing ball, separate story, I was going to a concert from a little band you might know called NSYNC, and my mom was driving us to the NSYNC concert, and this was during their No Strings Attached tour. So like we were passing a van that had written in soap like NSA tour, and my mom was like, "Oh, National Softball Association, beep beep," and we're like, "No. No strings attached, Mom. Jeez.
Damn.
Come on, Mom.
I am so jealous you got to experience that. That's awesome.
I did. Yeah, it was awesome. I was a chaperone for my little sister. Chaperone. But God damn it, if I didn't scream every time Lance Bass was on that screen.
Ooh.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know. I know. Like I could have anyway, right? I blew it.
Anyway. So what position did you play?
I was a pitcher.
Sweet.
Pitcher.
Me too. So, not in girls softball, but
were you? Okay, so you know what? Is it okay if I like give a suggestion?
Absolutely.
We can talk about like the mechanics difference between the two.
Okay. Yeah, I should have. I don't have a fucking ball anywhere, but yeah.
I got one that's signed by
you should have two
players over there.
Should. Yeah, that's what the doctors say anyway. We're still looking.
Just waiting for that second one to drop.
Any day now.
So, anyway. Did you ever see any like of the major accidents happen to like why the face mask was on there, or were you already required to wear it at that point?
No, and no one is still required to wear it.
Oh, okay.
So my sisters and I we all played ball, and my younger sister had an incident where she laid up a fat pitch to this really good hitter who hit it directly back at her face. And she broke her jaw like here and here.
I can't tell you how many times I remember that happening. I mean, really? Oh my God. I mean, it's one thing in baseball. Like, I mean, I took some comebackers to the shins.
Yeah, you did.
In fifth grade, I took a fastball. Like I was in the batter's box, I took a fastball to the jaw.
Yikes.
But the girls softball, it seemed like every single weekend, some girl was just getting absolutely just clocked. Our next door neighbor, she had like more than one concussion because she played third base, and that like, but the the slap hitting and just the aluminum bats, how quickly that ball and how close everyone is on the field.
Right. So like baseball, the pitcher's mound is 60 feet away.
Yep.
In softball, for most of your years that you're playing, that is 40 feet away. In college, you will move back to 43
Well,
feet.
and that's before you leap like 10 feet forward, too.
So, no, listen. Okay. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Do you mean like just taking a stride, or do you mean crow hopping? Which one are you referring to?
I'm just picturing the pitching motion, and I just feel like you end up so much. I know you have to stay inside the circle, but you end up so much closer to the. Okay, then I don't know that. Forget what I said. So you just, and it seems like you end up just so close to the batter by the time you actually release the ball. It's terrifying to me.
So like one of the drills I used to have to do, a couple of the drills that I did to help me with that, used to practice your follow through a lot, because after you deliver the pitch, you have to like, you're kind of like your leg kicks behind you, and then you have to like get into like an athletic position, because it's going to come at your face sometimes. And my dad used to make me, Sam, stop it. You're fired.
I'm fired.
That's what I came up with.
There's no HR department.
No, I think that's Steve. Steve is the HR department.
That's right.
Anyway, my dad used to make me do this drill because we had this brick wall in our back room. And he gave me a rubber softball, and I used to have to throw it at the wall as fast as I could so that it would hit off the brick wall and back at my face. So I would get used to fielding balls that got hit back in my general area.
Yeah, I had similar drills and stuff, especially because as I got decent at pitching, I had a real funky delivery and would be kind of off balance. So I definitely got a lot of scoldings about be prepared to field a ball back at you, and I definitely did get hit several times anyway.
I don't think I ever got a comebacker. I think all of my softball injuries were when I was batting, actually.
Well,
there was one time,
and I don't know how any girls ever hit any pitches, because especially when I'm watching the higher levels like college and stuff on TV, again, it's so fast. The pitcher is so close to you. You have so little time to react. It's amazing. And so, yeah, if you've got a girl out there who's really firing and maybe doesn't have a ton of control, I could easily see getting hit by those.
Yeah. And, that's actually, I'm sure you've noticed, like, swings are a little bit different in softball than they are in baseball, because they have
a lot shorter. Yeah.
You have to be,
that's why it's so impressive when girls hit balls over the fence. It's crazy impressive to me.
I was never able to do that. Those girls got some pop. With like the Griffey follow through, I can't do that. So I was a short, quick swing, just trying to make some contact. But none of us are going to have like a big Bo Bichette like leg kick before we.
Right.
There's no time for that. There's just no time for it. So most people are just gonna like lift up their foot and put it down, or even just like kind of shift their weight like that, because there's no time to do that superfluous shit, because the ball is gonna get there real fast.
Now, what would you use as like a timing mechanism as a batter for like what part of their motion would you even try to lift your leg up for to prepare for?
That's a good question. So like when you're coming around with a pitch like this, if the pitcher is no good and she's not hiding her pitch, I want to start looking at it when her arm is on the downswing, because I'm looking at her hand to see if I can figure out what pitch she's throwing. Obviously, some people, like when you're throwing a rise ball, when I threw a rise ball, I tucked my my first finger under it like that. And so sometimes if I could see a knuckle up like this, I would know that a rise ball was coming. Or if I saw her palming the ball, I knew a changeup was coming. So I'm looking like when her arm is kind of on the downswing here. So that's when I would time it.
Oh my God, that's so much more skill than I ever had as a batter.
Right. I couldn't hit for shit.
Oh, I was such a fucking miserable hitter.
I couldn't. I struck out so much.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think I was
pretty okay.
My sophomore year of high school was my last year playing, and I didn't get they didn't put me in for a single at bat. It was like You can pitch a few innings, and then that's it. We're not putting you out there to hit, man. It's so tough.
So that's also the thing about softball. Pitchers hit in softball. So anyway.
What's the fastest pitch recorded that you know of that you played with? Did they even have to track that back then, or did they try to track it?
What are you talking about back then?
I'm coming for softball, baseball. It was a different thing.
So at the level that I mean, obviously I didn't play at
I wasn't born yet, Jackie.
I know, Samuel. I know. We don't need to discuss it. You've killed Stoop. Way to go.
It's my
now
goal.
He's dead. No, he came back. Fuck.
he woke up again.
Fuck. Anyway. So yeah, I didn't play at the very, very highest levels. So those girls are throwing a lot faster than I was ever used to. I was in like maybe the top third of like fastballs that I would play against or see. And in college, I don't know, like 65 is where I was at.
Did you play in college?
Yeah, I did.
Where at?
St. Xavier.
Nice.
Did you like
this is Colleen from St. Xavier.
That's exactly where my head went.
Yeah.
Did you get a scholarship for that?
I did.
That's fucking awesome.
I did. But, I screwed it up. I was actually only at St. Xavier for 1 year because I was actually like straight edge when I was in college. I didn't drink. I was sober all the time. I was a good kid. So it wasn't even partying that did me wrong in college. I was just lazy. And if there wasn't someone there to make me go to class, I wasn't going to go to class.
Hey, that's me.
So yay.
And nobody was there, so I never went.
So I dropped out of school. So otherwise I would have played longer. But I did get a scholarship, which was neat.
Nice.
That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, shit.
St. Xavier is NCAA Division 2, NAIA Division 1.
Okay. Still though, I mean, shoot, scholarship for playing softball. You were doing something right. That's pretty cool.
It was fun.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's always a good time. Did you only play pitcher then? Did you ever play anything else?
Usually when I wasn't pitching, I played first base.
Okay. Yeah, same.
I don't know. I was tall.
They didn't. Yeah, I was the only one they could get to fucking catch the ball.
Right. Especially like when you're playing like at the in-house league or my high school also wasn't that good at softball. So I had to, you're making up for a lot of bad throws.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, our high school was terrible at all the sports.
Oh, mine too.
Awful.
Yay.
And my freshman year, I'll never forget. There was a game I think we played at home that I started, and I believe I recorded 12 strikeouts, and we were still slaughtered in 5 innings. So if you do the math, out of 15 possible outs, the only way we were getting people out is if I struck them out, because if the ball was put in play, it's just
I talked about that like on Au Jus with Beef Loaf, that like my ERA in my senior year in high school was like 0.3 something, but I was like only like 12-6.
Yeah.
So, oops.
Which is what we measure pitchers on, is their wins and losses.
Of course.
So,
yes.
And
ERA. But,
I wish I had like anything recorded or like any kind of data or anything from back then. But like 2007 was the Stone Age. We didn't have video and that sort of thing. We were still hand cranking our cars to start them, right, Sam?
Yes.
keep going.
Yes.
Keep going, boys. Still ever in the 50s.
Oh no, my intention there was to make fun of Sam, not you.
Yes,
I wanted to be clear.
Anyway.
So yeah, I don't know if we got a definitive answer or if I wasn't listening. MPH wise, where are we sitting?
You said
me personally, I was at like 60, 65, somewhere in between there. But the
See,
people that play at what?
That's fast. That's
That's terrifying for a
Thank you.
softball.
when you're
Thank you.
20 fucking feet away from me. Like that's
Okay, you're 43 feet away.
That's still scary.
43 when you start your motion, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's
Yes.
not. It's like
So
it's
she
like,
moves up 20 feet in her
it's like,
motion.
no, it's like 35. I'm serious. It's like 35
like-
when you finish. That's
she's-
really, really close.
She's like Nick Madrigal playing third base. She got to run a few steps.
Shit, I think I was throwing a baseball maybe 10 or 15 miles faster than that only.
I think I was there, unless I was throwing from the outfield.
But anyway, I don't know.
I promise I never touched 80. I promise that.
No, either.
I don't know what like the professional girls are at these days, but if I had to guess, they are in the 70s somewhere. Like
That's absurd. How
upper
does
70s, yeah.
anyone hit that shit? And there's movement on it too. Like it's crazy.
Okay. See, I was right. Josh Hansen said 77 is the record.
That would be the
I was
fastest
right.
pitch I've ever thrown in my
I
life
was
by far.
just looking that up.
Oh, were you?
So thank you, Josh. Yeah.
That would with a baseball. I'm saying that's the fastest pitch I would. I probably never threw a ball 77 miles an hour.
I think
Okay.
the most
See,
I
my-
topped out at was 72.
My top out was 65. Normally, I'm living more at like 62, 63.
But yeah, I mean, my game. I was the junk baller, which is another thing I didn't get a lot of. I didn't get a lot of respect from coaches or opposition or anyone because the velocity wasn't scaring anyone. I was the all about the location. All about the location. The Mark Burley, the Greg Maddux type, except with a Shingo Takatsu kind of delivery. That was me.
I'm just imagining 6 foot, however tall you doing Shingo Takatsu.
But I wasn't. Like if we're talking, I'm 14, 15. I was not I was very average height. I was not taller than whatever the average high school freshman or sophomore was, and just a twig, just fucking 120 pounds soaking wet, maybe
Dislocating your shoulder.
I wasn't. I wasn't scaring anybody, but that's how I got a lot of strikeouts because I'll throw. I was also one of the early adopters of like a big conventional curveball where kids were waiting in the box to let the pitch hit them because the velocity wasn't scaring them. And
Stoop had a sweeper before anyone else had a sweeper.
And it would sweep right down into the strike zone, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, that was I miss making kids look stupid like that. That was a lot of fun for me.
As a 30-year-old, you can't make kids look stupid anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
could.
could.
I definitely could.
The option is there.
He wakes up. I just want to make some kids look stupid today.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, Jackie, if your kids want to take BP against me,
None of my kids like sports.
Damn it.
good for them. They're gonna be much more well-adjusted adults.
They're gonna be successful and happy.
Yeah.
Yes, and well adjusted. Good for them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with my life.
That's
So like
beautiful.
likewise, like with your junk ball, I did have some pop. I had some speed, which made so my favorite pitch to throw was my changeup, which most girls will throw a circle change. That's like kind of like a palm ball. You make a little circle with your hand. Anyway, that is not what I threw. I threw a knuckle curve that I would palm. Like
Hell
this.
yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
And so when I was coming around, you kind of snap over like this, and that pitch would fall off the table low and away, and no one could fucking touch it because it was at least 20 miles an hour less than my fastball.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. See, this is sexy pitching talk here.
This is pitching ninja for fast pitch softball right here.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to. Damn, I wish I had a fucking baseball somewhere because I would. I really fucked around with all kinds of grips and stuff, trying to make the ball do different stuff because I wasn't gonna blow the ball past anybody. So, there was a lot of unconventional grip and a lot of unconventional movement that I don't think anyone was even thinking of at the time.
I was the only one that I knew that I played with, like, although again, like the sample size is small, that threw any kind of knuckleball. So
Yeah, well, that's awesome. So what, I guess I've always kind of been curious because people say knuckle curve, but it's a little bit contradictory to me because a knuckleball is the objective of a knuckleball is to try to make the ball not spin if possible.
Right.
And a
Right.
curve is the opposite. So what constitutes a knuckle curve?
So I think the knuckle,
is it just named that because of the grip?
that's my assumption. It's just because
I think
grip
I think it's the grip, and then the arm motion is different.
The arm motion can't be different. The arm motion has to stay the same, otherwise people are going to read your pitch.
Tunneling, Sam. Tunneling.
Yes.
Sorry, I only watched the White Sox. I don't know what that means.
So I guess the curve comes from like the wrist snap, like on your follow through, because like most times when you're doing a fastball, you're trying to you're gonna do it straight like that. But on a knuckle curve, you're bringing your wrist over like that as you come through. So it will like it's also like not spinning a lot and then just falls off this way. It's a sexy pitch.
I guess that was more what I was going for, was like how you turn your like hand over with the pitch.
Yeah, so most softball pitches will revolve around your wrist snap, honestly. So fastballs, obviously you're just snapping through like that. The knuckle curve came over like this. When I was throwing a rise ball, that was the only time my arm was a little bit different, because you kind of have to tuck your elbow on the way down and like get underneath the ball and
to get
flip
it
up that
backwards.
way.
Yeah.
And then I never had a really good drop ball. That was like my number 4 pitch. I wasn't very good at it. So girls throw that in different ways, but what I would do is I would just hold it like a 4-seam fastball and try to, again, tuck my elbow and come over the top and just flip it down that way.
Okay. Damn.
Real quick, let me get to this here. Baloney, you won't even be able to get a bun on it, buddy.
I want this to happen. I want this to happen so fucking bad.
No, because if one of you two throws a rise ball, he's not gonna know.
I want this to happen so bad. Also, I want to try to hit it. I don't like it's gonna be embarrassing.
I'd love to embarrass myself, yes.
If we do that, I think I'm gonna maybe default to Al, because again, she's like 20 years younger than me. So
see, now that might actually be true.
Right. So I think she would be, a little more in shape or a little more capable of doing that. Like I'm talking about like 19-year-old Jacki. I am way past that at this point. So.
Well, look, I mean, I've got, like I said, I've got catcher's gear here. So if you want to train,
do you for real? Because Wes will not catch for me.
I'll do it.
He will
I don't
not
give
do
a
it.
fuck. Yeah,
Jacki,
I'm gonna hurt myself. It's fine. Let's go.
I have trouble hitting slow pitch softball, so I mean,
I have trouble pitching slow pitch softball.
Oh, I do too. That shit's
I could imagine that.
It's got to come at this angle and like go through the zone right at this special time. And I was playing in a church league slow pitch, and they put me into pitch because they're like, "Oh, Jacki's a pitcher," and I couldn't find the zone with it. And so everyone's like, "Oh, don't swing, just walk. She's gonna walk everyone." I was like, if I could throw one real pitch, just
do it anyway.
Sneak one in there.
Yeah.
Person catching, he's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But it was a church league, so I couldn't be like, you motherfuckers. Let me throw one. But yeah, I would be willing to do that, baloney. But I have to practice first.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're looking to train,
it would be a very slow process because, like you said, I'm gonna have to start from like 3.5 feet.
Yeah, me too.
Like
me too. But it's perfect. We can do this rehab assignment together.
We're gonna have Jacki over at Driveline. You're all screwed.
This is perfect. and my dad can coach you because that's what he fucking does. So it's perfect.
Okay. All right then.
Oh shit, we got a ringer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be really funny putting on like 10-year-old girls catching gear. And I'm just like, this is not gonna protect me at all.
Oh. When you said you had catcher's gear, I thought you meant you actually had adult size catcher
No.
skier.
No.
Like maybe
No,
maybe your dad has it so that the girls don't hurt him.
Oh no. I actually, that's a great point. I don't know what he does. He probably just doesn't wear anything. I mean, he
My
wears
dad never
clothes.
did
He wears
anyway.
clothes.
Oh,
Hang on. What?
thank you for that.
Oh man.
I don't think I mean I wasn't going there, but I'm glad you did.
Stoop,
Oh,
we're
fuck.
not talking about butts. We're talking about softball.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm with I'm with the vision. I'm with the rehab assignment.
Yeah.
I gotta find my gloves somewhere. I don't think I can do that. I think I'm gonna have to buy one.
This is actually kind of a new glove, and I don't like it. It's not like not broken
Well,
in all the
you gotta ask Ed Farmer. What you want to do is you want to wrap it up with twine,
Wrap it
and
in.
cover the whole
No,
thing in fucking lotion or whatever.
No, you oil it down. You wrap it in an ace bandage. You
There you
put
go.
it. You lift up the couch and you put it underneath the couch so that it
There you
falls
go.
on the ball
There you go.
everywhere.
Sure. I mean, I played catcher in in-house ball. I can help out. on
Did you?
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay! Yeah, Wes,
was-
my husband refuses to. He's like, no, absolutely not. This
She's
is the moneymaker.
Thanks, Yump. I wasn't aware. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Oh,
Ed
man.
Farmer, you cannot, in fact, ask him about this.
Wow. Wow, Soup.
I didn't say it.
He
Yump just
did.
said it.
Oh shit. Ooh.
Fellow St. Rita guy. I don't know fellow to who. Not me.
I
maybe
assume
you.
Yumper.
Maybe Yumper. Yeah.
Oh, good, nice Catholic boy there. So the is professional women's softball still a thing?
It is. So the first professional league was just the National Professional Softball Professional League. I forgot what it was called. That's where the Chicago Bandits played. That played out of Lyle. So that league dwindled, obviously year after year until like COVID really slowed it down. And then after COVID, they decided not to have that league anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up.
Yeah. So, but now, like just last year, they started a new professional league, and there's only like 4 teams. I just looked that up too.
Oh my
So
god.
professional softball does exist. What?
The Chicago Bandits have been taken over by a 10 and under, 11 under, 14 and 15 under team, traveling team for
Yeah.
baseball.
Wait,
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Wait.
Wait.
What? What did
So
you just say?
If you look up the Chicago Bandits, it's now a baseball league for pretty much kids at 15 and under, but in different divisions.
Oh.
So it's no longer, just like obviously canceled the league. They lost the naming rights to the team. So
do we have a pro women's softball team in this town or not?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I
Damn.
don't think so.
Damn.
I know that there's at least like semi-pro or whatever its equivalent is.
So like, what's Jenny Finch doing these days? Just wasting her-
Commentary.
I'd say I thought she was either like gonna coach college or was commenting as the last I saw, but
Yeah.
So like you achieve greatness at the college level and then just
That's about it.
Damn, we got to get that going, man.
Yeah. So there is, obviously 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18 and under, and then 19 and over. It's like everyone else. Because sometimes like I will have thoughts of like, maybe when I was younger, like maybe I could still play. Like maybe I'll go play.
Hell yeah.
But on a 19 and over team, it's going to be a bunch of 19-year-olds and then me. Hey, I was pretty good when I was 19 too. Can I play?
We're going to do this rehab assignment. We're going to hit the gym. We're going to do like a Rocky montage. And then you'll be ready to go. We got this.
Okay.
I mean, there's no hope for me, but I'm optimistic for you.
come on, Jackie, we need content. We got this.
I mean, because I was no good anyway, but you played in college, so we got this thing in the bag.
So So being the idiot I am, I didn't even see that like this guy is clearly playing baseball, but and I didn't even read Chicago Bandits baseball. I saw Chicago Bandits 2024 tryouts. I'm like, oh, they're coming back.
Oh,
I was like, oh, nope,
Damn.
not for that.
They're not.
Well, look at
Oops.
Josh here helping us out. AU Pro League.
Yeah, he knows a lot. What's up, Josh? So actually just recently I started getting into like softball Twitter a little bit. And that's been really fun. So but like I said, sometimes I get sad because like I'm so far removed from like that kind of ability. Anyway.
That's what the rehab assignment is for.
So
I mean,
we should just start like old people softball open gym hours. Like
yeah, I mean, I may have access to facilities. I don't know. I could talk to my
in
dad.
Skokie. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit of driving for this.
Nah.
But
Seems
like the good old days, you're gonna have to travel to play softball.
exactly. Yeah, we're testing your commitment to the game.
Oh.
You got nothing else going on.
We bought an old barn in northern Wisconsin. They'll have to drive to figure it out.
So another thing that I wanted to bring up, like Stoop, when you were saying like, oh, the pitcher is like so close to the batter by the end.
They are. It's
so
terrifying.
there was a rule that exists when I was playing that does not exist anymore, and it pisses me off. Can I talk about it?
Yes,
of course.
Okay.
Please.
So when I was playing, there's something called crow hopping, and crow hopping was illegal. Crow hopping is when you're a pitcher and you step off to make your stride, but before you do that, when I was playing, to avoid a crow hop, your back foot, the one that was on front of the pitching rubber, had to stay in contact with the ground the entire time, even through your stride, your follow through. I had a toe, like a protector on the toe of my cleat, because as I like dragged my foot on my follow through, I would eat through like a hole in my cleats because I couldn't do a crow hop. And I was watching some playoff softball a few years ago, and I was watching this girl pitch, and crow hopping is where you kind of take a jump forward before you start your stride. Like you literally jump off of the mound. And I was like, this girl is hopping. That's illegal. You can't crow hop. What is she doing? How are they not calling this?
Right.
It's legal now, and that's bullshit. That's bullshit. So crow hopping is illegal.
That's so like you're already so close to the batter.
Right. That's why it was illegal.
Right.
That's why it was illegal.
I think it ought to be. It makes a lot of sense.
I think it ought to be too.
Imagine in baseball if you could just like skip 10 feet in front of the mound and then throw the ball. I mean, that's
if
insane.
I was allowed to think of my mile per hour, if I was allowed to like hop towards the mound before I threw the ball.
I mean, don't they do that in cricket?
Oh yeah, you would have played D1 for sure.
Right. That would have been me up there. God damn it.
Yeah. No, I can't blame you for being salty about that. That's annoying.
That is very annoying. So softball, man.
Damn you, softball Rob Manfred.
Yeah. We should look up who that is and who changed that rule, because that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Let's see, crow hop softball rule.
Yeah, so for all the billionaires watching this,
the billionaire big softball.
Yeah, we need to we need to start a new pro women's softball league, because it's bullshit that there isn't one.
Well, there's the women's professional league. It just started last year, but there's only 4 teams. We need more teams.
Yeah, we gotta start a franchise here in Chicago, since we lost the Bandits.
Yeah,
because it's bullshit.
Yeah,
your career shouldn't just end in college. That sucks.
It does suck. And again, like, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, sorry. It looks like the crow hop was made legal in 2022.
Oh, that's
last
recent.
year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was because I was watching like.
What was there too much offense? Why would they do that?
I don't know. And is slap bunting illegal now too? I heard a rumor about that.
I've also heard that.
Slap bunting is where you start in the left-hand batter's box and you square to bunt, but you start running and leave your bat behind so
Mhm.
that you get to the base faster. I heard that. Or sometimes, oh, no, I'm sorry, that's drag bunting. I'm sorry. Slap bunting is where you show a bunt, but then you take it back and swing.
And that's how girls used to get really hurt. It
Yeah.
was because as soon as you show bunt, the corners are charging. If you're right-handed, the third base is charging in. If you're left-handed, the first base player is charging in. And that's how girls. I think that's maybe how my neighbor got hurt. Actually, was on a slap
I
bunt
believe it.
like that, because as soon as you show bunt, the corners start charging in, and then if you bring the bat back and actually take a swing, now that this girl's like 20 feet away from you and has no time to react, and the ball's in her grill, and
Yeah.
God, is that scary? Oh man.
It looks like it
I
is
was-
still legal at this point.
Okay.
Even now,
Yep.
like whether I was playing like a men's league baseball or even slow pitch softball, I want no part in being a pitcher or really even being in the infield. It's just too scary.
It's
Well, I
just
mean-
too scary.
I played slow pitch beer league softball for a couple of years, and even on a slow pitch, a guy got his forearm broken from a softball coming right back at him. And you're
what
not
I'm
wearing any gear or anything. I mean, we have a
That's-
glove, but that was it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like
Someone
I
broke her tooth in our slow pitch league just because like some guy was firing from the outfield and she was covering second base and it like tipped her glove and hit her in the mouth.
Well, okay, that's different. That's the kind of
Mhm.
injury that's going to happen no matter what. But I'm saying the ball coming off of these aluminum bats now,
Mm.
it's just it's terrifying. And
Also,
go ahead.
the bats nowadays, like the bats got lighter and lighter and lighter and
Mhm.
lighter. So you can what, Stu?
Well, I will tell you that they reached at a certain point. They did reach an inflection point, and they have calmed the fuck down with that.
So when I
since-
was playing, that was 32 ounces. I think 31 ounces was the lowest that you could go. Is it lower now?
No. I'm saying they've deadened at least I don't actually.
Oh,
I can't speak. I don't know about softball necessarily. I know in baseball they've deadened the bats that you're allowed to use because it started getting so insane with the aluminum where you're hitting the ball with a fucking trampoline. And I know actually the dude who coached my travel ball when I was in junior high ended up playing D1, and he got his fucking teeth knocked out as a pitcher because the ball would just come back so fucking fast. So there have been changes in the regulations to how lively the aluminum bats are, at least in baseball. I don't know about softball.
well, and so again, when I was playing in the 50s, Yumper, it was a big deal to have a -10 bat. A -10 bat is 10
Right.
ounces lighter as it is long. So when I got my 32, I was like, hell yeah. And like a little bit, that's when I was like in high schoolish. When I was in college, they started allowing -11 bats. But I don't ever think I saw a -12. I wonder what they're doing these days.
Yeah, I wonder if softball has kept in line with baseball, because it was sort of a ridiculous arms race for a little while with the aluminum bats in baseball anyway, and
Mhm.
now they're on something called BB Core, which is they're aluminum bats, but they do something to deaden them a little bit, because otherwise we're talking about like the same speed as tennis serves off the bat,
Yeah.
like 140 fucking miles an hour. I mean,
Right.
it's just there's just nothing a pitcher could do on their follow through. Even the players on the corners, it's
Don't let
terrifying.
them hit it. Don't let them hit it like that.
There you go. It's spoken
Don't
like a
let 'em
true
hit it like
pitcher.
that.
Did you ever mess around with the ball, scuff it up a little bit, put a little something on your fingers, anything like that?
No, Stu.
You didn't have spider tack?
No spider tack. I had a rosin bag, and that was
No
it.
sunscreen and rosin mitts?
And I was
I didn't-
grateful.
I didn't even have a rosin bag. I would have fucking annihilated kids if I had a fucking rosin bag. I'm so mad that I didn't know about the rosin bag.
Where's the rosin bag, guys?
Man. And honestly,
No, I didn't.
that's on me because I was a bowler and I used a rosin bag for that. I should have known. Like that's totally on me. God, I could have fucked kids up with a rosin bag. Holy shit.
With the
Oh.
come here, kid, I'm gonna hit you with this rosin bag.
Anyway.
Yeah. Because anyone who's used one for any reason will tell you that that mixture of just sweat and rosin can get awfully sticky. You work it together enough, and yeah, man. Oh,
But why
Yeah.
would you need to do that? You shouldn't have to do that.
see, this is
Shouldn't
why
have to do that.
this is why we need to do our rehab assignment, because I'd love to just fuck around and throw some breaking balls. But like if I did that right now, my arm's falling off. Like I'm going.
That's
to the
what
hospital.
like Thanos from like the Marvel movies where things just disintegrate. That's what would happen to my arm.
That's how your arm would
Oh,
just
no.
go.
Oh.
I mean, it's like if I skip a rock right now, the pain just spreads.
I'm gonna need Tommy John.
It's just like, why did I do that? This hurts so bad.
Softball pitching hurts less because it is a natural motion of the arm.
That's
We're not
true.
having Tommy John surgery. None of us.
That's
Maybe we'll
true.
have a little what's that called? I forgot the name of that condition. Like tendonitis. You'll get tendonitis a little bit.
I got tendonitis back in the day.
Me too. Did they make you do the pre-wrap thing on your arm?
I had some kind of apparatus. I don't remember what.
Okay. So for like when I had tendonitis in my elbow from pitching, you just wrap your arm with pre-wrap and then roll it up until it cups you right here to take the pressure off of your elbow.
Yeah, well, I got it pitching when I was doing travel ball in junior high, and then I actually still have it from playing the drums. I never got rid of it. I started feeling it at like 15 years old playing drums, and I just kind of powered through.
In tendonitis where from playing drums? In your elbows?
In the whole forearm, wrist, this whole thing, both arms. Yeah.
Wes never talked about that. I'll ask him.
Well, Wes is probably not as much of a dumbass as I was. And I played excessively throughout my high school years, and now I'm, I've heard stories about like Phil Collins needs to have like the drumsticks like duct taped into his hands now because that's how fucked up his tendons are, and like that's how I feel too. Like if I play for 10 minutes, it's pain. Yeah. So we just don't think about it, That's all.
It's for the glory. It's for the glory.
Yeah.
All for the glory.
Yeah, we're not having Tommy John surgery though. Not
that's for damn.
That's lucky.
It's a natural motion of the arm.
Yeah, I definitely never threw hard enough to worry about Tommy John surgery. Tell you what, and I never threw like a true slider either, so I wasn't putting the torque.
Yeah,
it was all just about the grip and the release angle. A lot of sidearm and lower 3/4 bullshit.
I was gonna say, like, doesn't like most of your power come like in softball? It's coming from your hips on your follow through.
That's where it's supposed to come from. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to drive through the legs. I don't think I ever really figured that out.
Me either. My arm was mush because I would just be all shoulder and elbow.
I think if I had figured that out, maybe we'd have a little more velocity on the stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
But who knows? But I'm still figuring out how to use the lower half in the golf swing too. And when we figure that out,
it's over.
When we figure that out,
it's over for these hoes. Once we're
going to the world long drive competition, baby. Let me tell you what.
When I figure out how to activate these glutes, it's over for all of you.
I was gonna say a girl could hurt her shoulder pitching if she has incorrect mechanics. Because when you're
we know somebody. I believe our editor in. I don't want to say that.
Did she get her from improper mechanics?
Has had shoulder surgery.
Was she a pitcher?
from softball. I should probably know more details about this before I say it.
I was thinking more
but...
like if your arm swing is coming like across your body or like outside like that. We used to have to do drills where I would stand at the side of our garage and just like whip my hand around, and like if you're out of sync like that, you're gonna smack the shit out of your hand. So you know what I'm talking about? Like instead of coming straight by your ear, you're like out this way or across this way.
So did that drill help you get like a really dramatic snap going?
My snap wasn't dramatic, but my motion was. I was one of the pitchers where like, because you have to present the ball, and I did. And some people have like a 2-arm swing back, and some people have a 1-arm swing back. Some people have no arm swings back. I was a 1-arm swing back person. But when I came down, no arms. But when I came down to do my arm swing, I would slap my glove on my thigh like this, like
yep, like
that.
Yep. Yeah, we used to make fun of that. I mean, we used to try to replicate that motion. The smacking the glove against the thigh. That always cracked me up.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, well, it totally is, and it's like a timing mechanism and whatever. I mean, I like
if it helps.
I was never a grunter though. A lot of softball pitchers are like grunters.
Yeah.
Were you like a yeller? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Got some screamers.
There's have you ever seen Zach Greinke pitch? Fuck.
it's right. 74 mile an hour fastball that he's grunting through.
Yeah.
Or Scherzer is another one. Yeah.
I think it's much more common in softball to have screamers.
Probably.
Yeah.
Now, when you did pitch, how like often, like how long would you like? How many innings would you throw, and how many like pitches do you think you would get up to?
All games are 7 innings long. There are no relief pitchers. There's no closers. That game was yours. So depending on how good you were doing that day, you know, you're going to end up with around, I don't know, 60 to 100 pitches a game.
Okay.
That's my guess. If you were doing well.
Yeah.
Which I typically was.
Oh.
That was good. That was the only thing in my life, like, because I'm like good at a lot of things, or at least, you know, I can hold my own in a lot of areas. The only thing that I was ever damn good at was fast pitch softball. I was damn good.
As somebody who's mediocre at everything in their life, I envy that.
Yeah.
I've never been good at anything.
And I'm pretty humble. I think I'm a pretty humble person too. But I'm like, no, when I was like 18, 19, 20, I was good.
You're extraordinarily humble.
You got a scholarship to play college softball. That means you were good at it.
Something to talk about, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have reasons to believe that you're good.
Right. Yeah.
Where I
up until college when I was, you know, just a little freshman, a little binky. I was the captain of every team I was ever on. Wait for one of Jackie's teammates to enter. So I don't think any of my teammates are online. We did find out that Colleen Sullivan, who writes for Willett's Pen, I played against her because we were at rival high schools, and I don't specifically remember her, but we would have played each other. We were playing at the same time, so I did not ride the bench except for that one summer where I had mono, Caitlin. It's a true story.
Damn, that's rough. Well, Jackie, is there anything you want to leave us with as we're getting close to our time here?
I say let's get this this podcast league going, because I think that
please.
the ASS
White
team
Sox
would be
Twitter fucking softball league.
stacked.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm not joking at all.
I'm not either. Also separately, White Sox Twitter golf competition. I think that Ass is mopping the floor with all of you as well.
I don't know. Doesn't
go.
Zoe play a lot? Like, so Pinwheels and
he does.
I don't give a fuck. I'm challenging everyone out there. whatever fucking sport. Look, ping pong. I'm gonna wipe the floor.
I
with
was
any
gonna
of
say
you.
last time I was here, you were challenging us to ping pong.
I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Let's make any of these things actually happen and quit talking, okay?
Who
Steve
would
has
be the
the
commit? Go ahead.
Steve has the MJ mindset with like no backup. Basically.
Oh. Who
I
would
just
be
need
the
to hate you.
commissioner? Who would be the commissioner of the White Sox Twitter softball league?
That's
Sounds like you're volunteering.
No, I don't trust any of you assholes. Like for any of you assholes.
Is there tests for
Tina.
performance?
Oh,
rating?
Tina. Oh my God. How could I forget? Yeah. Well, White Sox Twitter bowling league.
Yeah,
because
Steve is
that's
gonna wipe the floor
because
with us on that.
because that's one of the things we can do in the winter. Oh my God. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Come on. Any of those things. The only thing I'm not gonna talk any shit about is fucking basketball.
I'll get you there. I got that.
I mean, I'm tall, but I am not.
I can handle it there.
Athletic.
I am not good. No, but this was really fun, guys. Thank you. for having
Man,
me.
thanks so much, Jackie. This was so enjoyable. Time
Good.
flew right by.
It really did. I looked up and I was
Good.
like, "Oh my God, we're already at 52 minutes."
Now we got to go watch the Drafty Pod now.
We do.
Oh yeah.
I also have to finish putting together furniture. So.
Oh,
that'll
that's
be
right.
fun,
Yeah.
too.
I have to eat dinner. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, do that. Thank you, everybody who watched and commented along tonight. If you haven't, check out Roxy's blog that we posted yesterday about how Travis Kelce helped Taylor Swift launch her, career and her notoriety, because that's what the NFL will do for you. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter if you aren't already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like our stuff. Please. We're trying to bump those numbers up as much as we can. So we appreciate everybody who's already been here for us and continues to watch and read our stuff. So thank you very much. We will see you guys on Thursday for ASScast. So thank you again, Jackie, for joining us. Stoop, fuck you. I love you. Bye.
Bye.